Hello everybody, mega goal number 5, third secondary, unit 1. 2 is better than 1, 5, listening. Let's take a look at the objectives. We should listen to, it's not a conversation actually, it's an audio or a summary to answer the questions. لازم نسمع إلى ملخص أو يعني مقطع صوتي عشان نجاوب على الأسئلة. Number 2, we should pronounce some of the words correctly. 3, read and give the meaning of the new words. And number 4, we should match the words with the correct meaning. 2, ننطق الكلمات بصورة صحيحة المعطى عندنا. نقرأ ونعطي معاني الكلمات. 4, نصل الكلمات بالتعريف أو المعنى الصحيح لهم. Now listening, we should start with the listening part first. But before we start with the listening, I'd like to introduce you to the character who you will be listening a summary about. راح تسمعوا ملخص عن شخصية. It's a famous character and he's a well-known person. شخص جدا معروف. And I'm gonna show you his picture. Okay, so this is Dr. Abdullah Al-Rabia. And if I ask you, do you know this person? Okay. Why do you think he's famous? ليش تعتقدون إنه مشهور? What do you think he does for a living? Okay, so these are a couple of questions about the character of today's lesson. Dr. Abdullah Al-Rabia. Dr. Abdullah Al-Rabia is a pediatric surgeon. Okay, a pediatric surgeon who treats children. اللي هو يعالج الأطفال. So, جراح أطفال. Now he was once the Minister of Health. كان في فترة كان وزير الصحة. He's famous of separating conjoined twins. Okay, so you can take a look at this picture and you see that these twins, they are conjoined. So Dr. Al-Rabia performed lots of surgery and he separated conjoined twins. فصل التوائم الملتصقة. Now right now you will be listening to an audio talking or a summary talking about Dr. Abdullah Al-Rabia. He's a famous pediatric surgeon. Then number his achievements in the correct order or in chronological order. Before we start with this listening task, قبل ما نبدأ بالlistening, I'm gonna introduce you to the strategy or the listening strategy إلى استراتيجية الاستماع. I'm gonna explain this to you only once, and as we have more videos, you will know that this is the strategy I'm following. يعني راح أشرح لكم مرة واحدة، وإذا صار عندنا فيديوهات ثانية فيها نصوص استماع راح تعرفون إن هذه الطريقة اللي مفروض إنكم تتبعونها أو اللي راح أتبعها. When you have a listening audio or a listening track that you should be listening to, the first thing you should do is to read the question very carefully. Okay, إن أول حاجة لازم أقرأ السؤال very carefully, and then I should underline the keywords that might guide me to the correct answer. مفروض إني أشر أو I highlight or I circle the new words عفوا ال keywords اللي هي الكلمات اللي ممكن تكون مفتاح للحل. These words might be names, countries, years, or days. أي شيء ممكن يكون أسماء مدن أو أسماء دول، ممكن يكون تواريخ، ممكن يكون أسماء, and so. And then right now I have already highlighted the keywords for you. أنا سويت هذا طبعا، حاولت إني أسوي highlight على الكلمات اللي ممكن تكون مفتاح للحل. Right now you may pause the video and read the questions very carefully and get ready to listen to a summary about Dr. Abdullah Al-Rabia. خلاص، ممكن توقفون الفيديو تقرؤون الأسئلة وتحاولون تجاوبون وتحاولون تفهمون الأسئلة بعدين تشغلون عشان تسمعون الأوديو talking about Dr. Abdullah Arabia. Okay? Remember that you should put them in the correct order. أنكم تضعونها في الترتيب الصحيح.
Listen to a summary about Dr. Abdullah Al-Rabia, a famous pediatric surgeon. Then number his achievements in the correct order, in chronological order.
Dr. Abdullah Al-Rabia is highly respected in the medical field for his contribution to pediatric surgery and his expertise in separating conjoined twins. The work of Dr. Rabia and his team of medical specialists has enriched the lives of many children and their families around the world. Abdullah Al-Rabia was born in Saudi Arabia. From a young age, he knew that he wanted to help others and choose medicine as his career. He proved to be an excellent student, and by the age of 25, he had received a Bachelor of Medicine and a Bachelor of Surgery from King Saud University in Riyadh. He continued his studies in Alberta, Canada, where he was awarded a Master's in Pediatric Surgery in 1985 and became a member of the Canadian Board of Pediatric Surgeons in 1987. Dr. Rabia soon returned to Saudi Arabia and became an assistant professor of pediatric surgery at King Saud University and a pediatric surgery consultant at several hospitals in the kingdom. From 2005 to 2009, he held the position of Executive Director General of Health Affairs at the National Guard, and in February 2009, he was appointed Minister of Health. In January 2005, Dr. Rabia and his team made medical history by separating a pair of conjoined twins after 15 hours of surgery. This was the 9th successful operation of its kind performed at the Health Affairs at the National Guard Medical City in Riyadh. The twins' mother, from Poland, had heard of the excellent facilities there and requested help for her daughters. The 14-month-old girls were brought to the kingdom after Crown Prince Abdullah generously agreed to the operation. When the two girls finally came out of the operation theater, the relieved mother told reporters, "The day of separation of the twins is the happiest event in my life." In February, the Polish ambassador held a special reception to honor Dr. Rabia and his team for their outstanding achievement. This operation and others since prove that humanitarian assistance and medical care have no geographical borders. In April 2014, he was appointed as a consultant in the royal court.
Okay, so right now you had listened to a summary about Dr. Abdullah Rabia, and right now we are gonna put this statement in the correct order. بنحط الجمل في الترتيب الصحيح. So first, he realizes he wants to become a doctor. واضح إنه يعني لاحظ إنه يبغى يكون دكتور. Number 2, of course, he graduates from King Saud University. تخرج من جامعة الملك سعود. Now later on, he gets his master's in pediatric surgery. He did his master's degree in pediatric surgery. Now later on, he went to Canada to study in Alberta. ذهب لكندا للدراسة, and he is a member of the Canadian Board of Pediatric Surgeons. Later, he became an assistant professor at King Saud University. كان اللي هو بروفيسور مساعد في جامعة الملك سعود. Now later on, he started working at the health affair at the National Guard. بدأ يعني يشتغل في اللي هو مستشفى الحرس الوطني, and he became the executive director of health affair at the National Guard. أصبح الرئيس التنفيذي. Later on, he is appointed as Minister of Health. أصبح وزير الصحة. Now he and his team perform surgery on Polish twins in Poland. Okay, سوى عملية حق Polish twins, separating them اللي هو فصل توام. And then he is honored by the Polish community. كرم هناك. The last one was he is appointed as a consultant in the royal court. أصبح مستشار في الرويال court. Okay, so we have answered the question right now, and if you are not sure of your answer, you can run the recording more than once. إذا ما كنتم متأكدين من إجاباتكم ممكن تشغلون المقطع أكثر من مرة. Now let's move on to the next one. Pronunciation. While most languages have the R sound, it is pronounced differently in different languages. Okay, you know that the R sound اللي هو حرف ال R ينطق بطريقة مختلفة في اللغات المختلفة. For example, French, they pronounce the R as غ. Now you are asked to listen and practice the English R sound in these sentences. Okay, حاولوا انكم you pause the video whenever each sentence is pronounced. في كل جملة تحاولون توقفون الفيديو and try to practice listening and also pronouncing the R sound. حاولوا تدربون على نطق حرف ال R.
Page 11. 6. Pronunciation. While most languages have the sound, it is pronounced differently in different languages. Listen and practice the English sound in these sentences.
1. Dr. Rabia is respected for his contribution to pediatric surgery. 2. They have enriched the lives of children around the world. 3. He received a Bachelor of Surgery from King Saud University in Riyadh. 4. After the operation, the mother was relieved. 5. The ambassador held a reception to honor Dr. Rabia.
Okay, so you had listened to the audio pronouncing the sound. Okay, try to practice these sentences by yourself. Now let's move on to the next task. Number 7, vocabulary building. Okay, you have here 5 words and they were supposed to be in the reading passage on pages 12 and 13. You should match the words with their meanings. Okay, we have عندنا 5 words that you will be finding in the reading passage. راح تكون في قطعة القراءة on pages 12 and 13. Okay, so right now you are asked to match the words with their meaning. مفروض نصل الكلمات بالمعنى الصحيح. But before we do this, okay, I'm gonna explain to you the words and I'll give you the meaning of them, and then later on we will do the exercise all together. So this is the listening passage on pages 12 and 13, and these words are found in this passage. Let's take a look at the new words. The first one is compensate. Compensate, right? Okay. Which means yes. Now let's move on. The next one is deficiency. Deficiency, which means, for example, if there is a lack of something. Some people, they have deficiency in vitamin D. Okay? Lack of something which is necessary. Now the next one is fearsome, which means causing fear. A fearsome monster. The next word is very easy. It is invaluable. And when something invaluable, it is priceless or precious. Invaluable. Okay, predators. Okay, so the tiger is one of the predators, which is an organism that primarily obtains food by the killing and consuming of other organisms. Okay, right? So this is the meaning of predators. They eat other animals for food. Okay, such as tigers, lions, and we call them predators. Now let's do this together. You should match the words with the correct meaning. For a start, you can pause the video, try to read the sentences, try to read the words first and the meaning. Give yourself some time and answer the question. Okay. Now the first one, compensate, means E, to overcome a weakness with a strength. As I explained to you previously, اللي هو تعويض. Now number 2, deficiency. Lacking of something means A, ways in which something lacks what it needs. Right? Fearsome, which means causing fear. It means causing great fear, right? Invaluable, very easy. Extremely valuable or priceless. Predator, we're left with only one, which is letter C. Animals that live by hunting others. Okay? So if you want to memorize the meaning of these words, إذا تحاولون تحفظون معنى هذه الكلمات, I'd recommend, okay, that you memorize a key word that will lead you to the answer. يعني مفتاح من المعنى ممكن يدلك على المعنى الصحيح. Also, I forgot to say something before we end this lesson, قبل ما ننهي الدرس, that I'd recommend that you start having a notebook إنه يكون عندكم دفتر, and you write the new words in your notebook, and you can write next to these words the translation in Arabic. ممكن تكتبون الكلمات في دفتر وتكتبون الترجمة جنبهم أو next to the word in Arabic. Suit yourself. Now we have reached the end of the lesson. I hope that you like it. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video, and if you like the lesson, please press like. Have a good one.